Hello, welcome to another stream. Today I'm going to play VAGRUS The Riven Realms because I need to rest from the lobotomy company. My company got wiped out too many times, mostly by myself by clicking the button. So now let's change to getting my caravan wiped out. So let's start the game and let's see how it goes. Okay, Comitatus. An armed traveling company, it usually carries cargo and passengers across the vast wasteland of the continent. It can get involved in a variety of jobs, ranging from trading to mercenary work. Okay, VAGRUS. Okay, didn't read in time. So
The Riven Realms, they call it.
What the Riven
What a
Realms
fine
are
poetic
about.
name for something as rotten and twisted as our land has become. It was not always so. Long ago, the old empire, the noblest and most enduring society created by humankind, spanned almost the entire continent of Zerine, the cradle of man.
Okay, it looks nice.
But after several millennia of progress and incomparable achievements, inevitably, the empire began to fall into stagnation and decadence.
Well,
Desperately holding on to their privileges and resisting change while trying to avert the collapse of the realm, the emperor and his theocracy took to measures that were worthy of true despots in cruelty.
Okay, what did they do?
Subjugating weaker realms,
like always,
enslaving
wars.
whole nations, strip mining foreign resources, oppressing imperial citizens, war on several fronts, genocide. Eventually, the gods could no longer tolerate such horrors wrought in their name.
Like it.
Foretold by an abundance of divine omens, they descended upon the empire to right its wrongs. Thus, in a chain of dreadful events that became known as the Calamity, they annihilated the empire in a matter of days.
Who didn't like the wars?
The gods then finally saw what they had done in their anger and confusion. It is said that so much grief and shame filled them that they were broken and they left this reality.
Okay, so they destroyed everything and they left.
The continent and its inhabitants seemed dead, but at length survivors began to crawl out of their hiding holes and faced a land that no longer welcomed them. Arcane anomalies, the fallout of the Calamity, now riddled the continent, and people realized that they had to share their new home with changed and twisted creatures.
Okay, now we need to survive in this war.
Terrible beings entered through the cracks in the tapestry of reality and rose to rule over the natives. In time, these new powers rebuilt the fallen empire in their own image, and the River Realms, now godless and vengeful, reincarnated from the ashes. The inhabitants of the land, such as I, now eke out a living under the crushing rule
to be
of the
caravan
new
head
empire.
in a world like this.
The continent itself constantly resists our every attempt at building a cozy home for ourselves. As travel is dangerous, many ventures specialize in transferring cargo and passengers over bleak and deadly leagues of land. Others try to take everything of value from said travelers, or attempt to find buried treasures among the ruins of the old empire. The leaders of the endeavors are, some say, the bravest men and women of the River Realms. Such a leader is called a VAGRUS.
And that's us, okay? Okay, new game. Wasteland mode. Nothing beside remains around the decay of the colossal wreck, boundless and bare. The lone and level sun stretched far away. Okay.
Ah, yes, a VAGRUS. What a profession.
Yes, great
Daring
profession.
and savvy, always watching the horizon, always looking for an opportunity, and of course, for what is best for his comitatus, eh? And you are a VAGRUS too, are you not? Many of your kind have I seen in my long life as a vagabond. Care to listen to a story about your exquisite occupation, good master? It is a tale of woe and terror, but it is also a tale that is true, as I have seen it with... Wise you are, good master. My tale is of a VAGRUS, such as yourself, but one whose fate was cursed and wrought with ill fortune. It all happened a long time ago. 10 years, maybe more. I was but a passenger, traveling rough roads and forgotten ways with this comitatus, south along the feet of the great mountains of the west.
Okay. Let's start. And let's see what it is.
This comitatus I speak of had fallen under hard times. Perhaps it was due to imperial harassment or unfortunate decisions, or simply bad luck. Irafrons, saint of roads, does not always smile on us mere mortals. But however it came to pass, their coin was drying up, and their opportunities seemed few and far between. One of the last chances their VAGRUS saw was to travel to the remote town of Scrapheap and spend their remaining funds to stock up on cheap scrap metal.
City.
This metal could be sold for great profit over in the east and south. It wasn't a bad plan, truly, but it was not without risks either.
Okay. Welcome to the Pilgrims of Wasteland, a standalone story of VAGRUS The Riven Realms. Okay, so it's introduction and tutorial. Okay, so let's play the tutorial. Okay, and move between nodes to paths. Moving along paths cost movement points, indicate next to each path. Okay, so you need 3 movement points to move here, and 3 to go to the city. Okay, let's move here. And what do we have? Okay, what do we have here? Having gone ahead of the column with a handful of scouts, you watch from afar as your comitatus slowly trudges along broken terrain, making its way south ponderously among dormant geysers. All around you the hills smolder lazily in perpetual twilight. Are you alright? Jav's voice resonates with sympathy as he appears next to you on the ridge. You nod slowly but do not look at him, your gaze lost in the distance where ash cloaks the horizon and the towering mountains to the south and west. Okay, you turn to your comms and note his supportive smile. You and Javek have been traveling the realms together for a few years. There is no person in the world you trust more than him, except perhaps yourself. I know you feel that your hands are tied, but like I said before, you made the right choice by leading us here. And let's see what options do I have. Okay, time will tell, but I still have my doubts. It's a long shot and you know it. There wasn't much choice. It has to work. We cannot fail. Thank you, but the last thing I need right now is a clumsy pep talk. Okay, let's go with the first one. True, but it's better than just giving up. The crew agrees too. That counts for something. Okay, it does, or perhaps they are just desperate as I am. It doesn't change a thing. Okay, let's go with the first one. They still have faith in me. It should not come as a surprise since you have known and traveled with most of them for years and years. Some founding members of the comitatus you could trust with your life, but you have heard stories before about Vagri who have been abandoned for less. Times begin what they are, Javrik trails off, with Imperials cracking down on us independents more heavily than before. Business is stuck, everyone knows, and they appreciate your efforts to keep us afloat. Okay. Okay, the plan. You told your traveling companion into this a few weeks ago, but with each step towards the Western Mountains, more and more of them started to have doubts. Such is the way of the road, perhaps. The plan involves a desperate attempt at squeezing a low selling price for metal bits out of an old contract of yours in the town of Scrap Heap, stocking up on said metal by spending your remaining coin and bringing the cargo down south around the Molten Tongue to Devon via Averno and Ash. Okay, so I can check what it is. Okay. These are the cities that I can go to. Okay, and what answer can I make? One can only hope. If he is not winning, we must find a way to compel him. He has to help us. Well, let's only hope that he will help us. I'm sure such lazy bastards as Narbo will remember all the business they've ever done, Vagrus. Javik wraps his chin absent-mindedly. You have seen this expression of his too often, not to realize he is using his sorcerer's talent to read your mind. Okay, taking a peek. Okay. Okay, so he joined 6 years ago and he's some kind of sorcerer. Okay, let's accept his apology.
As we were coming up to the gates of Scrap Heap, this trash pile town of cutthroats and scavengers, we could see the vast mountain ranges of shattered Bivandar Thar looming ominously over the horizon, half shrouded in the gaseous vapors belched forth by the volcanoes in the far west. My companions prepared to do their business in town as fast as they could, not wishing to tarry in this notorious place.
Max morale 9. Obedience max 9, I have 8. Well rested, well fed. Okay, I have supplies for 7 days. Defensive power. Defensive power, okay. What else do I have here? Okay, can't do anything. Okay, let's go to the city. When a committal enters a settlement, you can select from a variety of options. Okay. You need to find the narp. Okay. You make your way to the raid stash, a notorious watering hole tucked away in a small street just beneath the imposing tower of the Heap King, but not quite under its immense shadow. Few frequent the establishment, which makes it perfect for Narbo and his little operation of honest merchants. Yes, they definitely honest. Apparently, the knave is not only alive, but has done well for himself in the past decade or so. Taking only Javrik, you leave the comitatus to the care of Titus, your quartermaster, while you are gone negotiating. Okay. Ash is fleeting from the black sky as you cross the street and no to the bouncer of the raised stash. You give him your sidearms quietly. Rules are rules, at least as long as they can enforce them. Yet they have the courtesy of allowing you to keep your dagger. Okay, so I will be able to protect myself in some way. And of course, they have no idea what Javek is capable of. Should he come to a scuffle? Not that you expect such a thing, but with Narbo on you never knows. Though you have told your crew that he and you go way back, the entrepreneur is a capricious and manipulative man with whom you did not part on the best of terms. Okay, so we don't know what he will do. Okay. Should I go to Narbo or... Okay, let's go to him. Okay, he looks at me from the paper and rubs his eyes. Narbo is a corpulent man with a bushy dark beard and a few missing teeth. Part of his face is covered in scars. Okay, let me check something. Okay. That couple with the withered and mutated left arm that hangs limply at his side is clear indication of the taint. Okay, so there are some mutations here. The merchant wears a leather jerkin studded with small bronze and bone coins, a sign of wealth and boldness. His bodyguard, a lithe man with tribal tattoos and outfit made of leather, moves his hand calmly to a spear that leans against the wall. Narbo mouth falls open as the spark of recognition flares up in his eyes. No wonder it has been 10 years. Okay, so they are armed, and I only have a dagger. The fuck metal he blinks. I told you, Croc. Narbo waves his good hand around and looks at his bodyguard. Told tales of your demise. The man finished his sentence for him as the merchant nods vehemently. That business with Karnak outpost and the storm, Narbo adds, you tell him that you were indeed at Karnak when the terrible arcane storm struck. You describe the horrors of that night briefly. You add how many of your original comitatus died there, close friends, old traveling companions, but you walk away unscathed. This was years ago. Look, after he has something fierce, eh? Okay, what do we have? Apologize to him for the unfortunate way you parted 10 years ago. Okay, should I apologize? Get down to business. Okay, let's go with apologizing first. Let's see how it works. Far as I can tell, you never did anything against me, eh? Narbo shrugs with a very smile. Of course you could send someone to warn us. The bodyguard finished the sentence. Back when Narbo and you parted ways, Avernum Collegium. What is Collegium? A traditional imperial association, a kind of guild with its own rules, rights and obligations. Okay, so they are organized crime syndicate. Okay. They got offended by how you two outplayed them by smuggling in a shipment of exotic spices without their knowledge. Okay, so the Collegium doesn't like us because we have smuggled things. Okay. Time to outline your proposition. Okay. Some choices have dependencies, meaning you can only pick a certain choice if you have the right prerequisites. pairs, companions, resources, journal entries, and so on. Some choices involve tests that can be failed or succeed with different consequences. Pairs, characters, and resources can change the chance of success in tests. Test difficulty is represented by number between 1 and 100. Equal to or below. Okay, so I need to have lower number or equal. Okay, so what do we have here now? Okay, I can't choose this one. Why it is? Narbo secret value must exceed the requirement. Tell him that you will be in his debt. He will make a tidy profit as it is, but you will owe him a favor. Moderate chance. This test takes the perks of all companions as well as those of the VAGRUS in your account. Persuasion 15%. Charismatic 6%. Increase your chance of succeeding in the test by 10%. To resolve falseness. Okay. And chance leadership. Resourcefulness. Okay, how much do I have? Movement. Okay, let's try increasing the chance. Okay, and let's see how it goes. Okay, so it is a success. I suppose you don't plan on croaking just so I can't collect on side debt. Narbo chuckle turns a short whizzing cow. Alright. Well, I know you have to be a man of your word and we used to run together. So I know you're God. But just to be clear, you do owe me for this and I will collect. I will collect right now, in fact. You headed to Draven by way of Avernum, eh? When you nod, Narbo leans closer and signals his bodyguard. The man with the dreadlocks steps closer and carefully produces a small packet from beneath his leather jerkin. Okay, so I need to smuggle something inside. This here little fella is mighty important to me, see? If you take this out of the city and deliver it to my associate in Avernum, we are even. You get your discount scrap from me. Okay, so I need to take it. Okay, the packet is small enough to fit your palm, so I can hide it. Okay, so I need to find corner in Avernum. Just tell him I'm a Sendia, okay. Find him or his men in Lavinus watering hole. Give this file to him and to him only. Okay, can't give it to anyone else. Okay. Let's go. Okay, now I can check my journal. Quest and task. Okay, the objective. Failed, completed. Wandering old one, what is this? Deliver the wandering old man to Ash. Okay, so I have a passenger. Okay, I need to go for a moment. Okay, I'm back. Let's continue. Navigate to market pane. Okay, what can I buy here? Okay, the market pane displays the available goods. You can buy at the settlements market on the right and opens your cargo panel on the left. You can buy goods from the market or sell your own goods from your cargo holder. The max is 600, 30 slots, and it cannot be expanded further. Okay. Our whole stack. Drag and drop. Shift and click.